visitors on this campus. Unruly, threatening, or obscene behavior will not be conducted at today's game. Thank you for your cooperation and support.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Gallagly Events Center on the University of Colorado Springs campus, right here in Olympic City, USA, for tonight's RMAC basketball matchup, featuring the visiting Chadron State College Eagles and your UCCS Mountain Lions. Before the introductions of tonight's starting lineups, we ask that you all please rise if able, remove your caps, and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem as performed tonight by the UCCS Pep Band.
Welcome back, everybody, to a double dose of college basketball here in Colorado Springs. We're at the Lions Den again, Gallagly Events Center, University of Colorado Springs. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. We have a doubleheader tonight, getting ready to tip off for the women's team. Chadron State from Nebraska is here in town and covering the women's game with me tonight, filling in, and she's very kind to do so and does a fantastic job. Holly Stevenson. Holly, welcome back to the booth.
Thanks. I'm really excited to be back, and I don't know if you knew this. This is officially my 1 year of commentating with you.
Oh, absolutely. See, and she's done a fantastic, phenomenal job. Love having her in the booth and has a lot of insight. You're here all week long, so you have a lot of insight with players and things like that I don't have. It's great to have you. You look at this UCCS women's team. They get a win last night, and we were talking before we got in there, but they get a win, and Abby Fikert injured for the rest of the season, not available, but they fill in nicely. Chelsea Pearson, Maddie Gabler, the old standby. A lot of these players have stepped up. You find out how deep your bench is when key players get hurt.
That's very true. It seemed unaffected with Abby's leadership just being on the sideline.
Yep.
And they stepped up big time. It was awesome to see last night.
It was. You look at coming in here tonight, Chadron State. They are 4-18 overall, 3-13 in conference. The Lions, the Mountain Lions, they're 10-6 in the RMAC, 13-9 overall. They are still in play for postseason, and we keep harping on this, but we'll say it again if you're just joining us. Top 4 teams in the RMAC they host. So if you finish in the top 10, top 4, you get a chance to host a playoff game, and that can be a springboard for better things. Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference basketball here in Colorado Springs. Again, men's game right after this at 7:30. Stay tuned for that double dose. Congratulations, a shout out once again last night. The UCCS Mountain Lions, they retired the jersey number 25 of All-American Alex Welsh, the all-time scoring and rebound leader. I had a chance to interview him at halftime in the men's game. What a nice kid. Super nice guy. Played a couple of years of pro basketball in Poland, and now he's going to be doing real estate in Denver. I think he's going to do extremely well.
I absolutely think so.
Man, tell you what, 24. It's been a while since I was 24. We'll get to the starting five for both teams. Again, George Holden and Holly Stevenson, glad you could join us for NCAA Division II hoops in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Chadron State's starting five: McKenna McClintock, Rachel Henkel, Taryn Foxen, Mackenzie Brennan, and Haley Urbich. For your Mountain Lions here at UCCS, Emily Seifert, Jace Farron, Chelsea Pearson, Kelly O'Flanagan, and Kaylee Bernard. As they get set, and we're off and running at the Lions' Den. And the ball is going to be fought for, and Mountain Lions will come up with it. They're in their white with black and gold trim tonight. Chadron State in that burgundy with navy, gray, and white trim. Kelly O'Flanagan, she's been a good leader on the floor this season. Shot up, first shot left-handed. Seifert gets the rebound, and she is getting trapped underneath. Farron kicks it back. Pearson had a big night with threes last night. Pick it up where she left off. They drop first blood.
Man, I'm surprised last night the Nets weren't catching fire with the rain that was being sent down from the Mountain Lions.
I agree. They were on, and like we talked about it, Abby Fikert being absent, people have to step up, and they did last night.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone was flowing very well and just playing like they were having a good time, which is something that the Mountain Lions do best.
Yep. Rachel Henkel, she hits, and it's 3-2. UCCS just underway in the first quarter in Colorado Springs. Whistle on the floor. Be a foul. And that's going to be on number 22 on Kaylee Bernard for the Mountain Lions. And she played a lot of minutes last night.
She did.
You talk about endurance and stamina. She was out there all night. Shot off the glass. Pearson gets another bucket. The Mountain Lions know they've got this game tonight. They have a doubleheader next Friday and Saturday here at home. And after that, they're going to be on the road. So they know that they've got to make these count.
Yep, absolutely. And home games are important to win, but it's way more fun to win on the road, but it's easier to carry the momentum when you've had a couple of wins on your belt at home.
I agree. So here we go. Flanagan down the floor. Tonight's officials: Tommy Laura, Ben Garnica, and Anthony Carter. So Pearson with the ball, and she'll set up shop. They lead 5-2. Whistle on the floor. It's called on 31 for Chadron State, and that's going to be McKenna McClintock. The last games for these teams, as we said last night, UCCS, they get a big win over Metro State.
Easy two buckets for Seifert.
Yep.
One of the things that you have to be aware of when you play ranked teams is, well, not necessarily ranked teams, but teams lower in the stats, is not to get complacent.
Yep, gets a good point, Holly.
You still have to play with fire in yourself and not underestimate the team that you're going to be playing against.
Well said. Jay Farron, she gets involved in the action, the graduate student here at UCCS. And getting ready to check in, as usual, Maddie Gabler will be in momentarily.
Yep. It was funny. We were just talking about that earlier, about how one of the most consistent players on the team, but not a starter.
Nope. But boy, does she get the job done.
Yeah, she does.
And she does it in a variety of ways. Whether it's offense, defense, she always shows up. Kaylee Bernard with the ball. Drives inside, kicks it out. Farron by herself. Got it! Stop, pop, and let it drop. Jay Farron strokes it and gets the shot. That's an early timeout by Chadron State, down 11-2, 7:13 left in the first quarter of play. We'll take a quick timeout as well. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball here at UCCS in Colorado Springs. It's RMAC Hoops. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
I realize I had the bids for UCCS.
Welcome back to Colorado Springs Division II college basketball. Glad you could join us. Closing in on 7 minutes in the first quarter. A lot of hoops to play, but right now the Mountain Lions have come out firing on all cylinders, picking up where they left last night. Chadron State struggled this season, like we've talked about. Their last loss was big, 81-52 to School of Mines.
Ouch.
Long three, Chadron off the rim, rebound. Who else? Maddie Gabler. Here she comes with the push down the floor. Pearson, she'll put it up for three. Off the rim, it had a shot. Jay Farron wrestles and fights for it. A whistle on the floor. And Kaylee Bernard hit the hardwood with some force. She gets up, kind of grimacing. And if
Gotta shake that one off, yeah.
You know this well, high school, college basketball. People don't realize when you're sitting there playing in your driveway at the park or whatever, not such a big deal. When you're running full speed down a basketball court, you biff it, hit it, it hurts.
Kind of hurts.
And everybody's watching, too. It's not like a football game where you got pads on and your helmet where nobody can really see your facial expressions as easy. They see everything down here.
Yep, that's very true.
They're going to gauge how hard the fall was based on your facial expressions.
Yep.
So here we go. She'll take a breather, much deserved. She had a long night last night. Chadron State looking for help, goes inside. Shot clock at 15.
Something that the Mountain Lions did really well last night and are doing really well right now is boxing out.
Yes, that's a good point.
It has improved so tremendously over the season, and I think it's really showing in their performance of the game and how they're coming up with their wins.
Yep, well said. So the rebound, Chadron State pushes it all the way down the floor.
Good defense right there, straight up.
Yep. And here comes Talene, number 44 out of Grapevine, Texas. Out to Gabler. To Pearson. Monster night for her last night. Gabler kicks it all the way back across. Farron, two in a row. And Jay Farron is wide open. Pulls the trigger and hits the shot. 13-2.
Right now, both offensively and defensively, the Mountain Lions have great court awareness.
Yep.
They're aware of where the defense is when they're on offense, and they know where their team members are ready for the ball.
Gabler was going full bore down there, just wasn't able to get a good look.
Yeah, slightly out of control.
Yep, had to force that.
Playing solid defense right now. Nothing is open for them.
Nope. They're on lockdown. The Mountain Lions. Drives inside, Taryn Foxon, and a nice looking shot there. She forced the issue and capitalized.
Yeah, there's nothing really you can do there. That was good help on defense. It was straight up. Sometimes they just fall in.
The head coach for Chadron State is Janet Raymer, and the head coach for the Mountain Lions is Lynn Plett. Pass underneath to Jay Farron, and a nice look.
Nice reverse.
Like that. She said, I'm kind of off balance. I'll just go underneath and put it off the glass.
Yeah, that was a great look and a great finish.
She's got 6 points early. Rebound, Kelly O'Flanagan. Great job rebounding by the Mountain Lions. Gabler almost loses control but gets it back to lead all the way across to Pearson. And they'll set it back up. Good ball movement by the Mountain Lions. Wide open Gabler. She'll head fake, back out. Flanagan drives inside. Shot clock at 11. Crisp passing by UCCS. O'Flanagan by herself off the rim. Fights for it.
Way to hustle.
They're going to give it to Chadron State, but that was really solid ball movement offensively by the Mountain Lions.
It was, and I was going to point out the same thing. They've got solid passes right now, and something else I noticed, they're bounce passing to the post.
Oh, we talked about that before. When it was like, why aren't you using the bounce pass? Maybe, and we're just gonna shoot in the dark here. Maybe Lynn Plett and his staff, as the games have gone on, have said, why are you making life harder on yourself?
Right.
That's why we practice bounce. That's why we do this all the time. Why don't you use it? And they're starting to do that.
Yep. And they're coming up with easier shots because of it, so.
Why make your life harder?
Win-win all around.
Yep. There's
defense,
a great
good
defensive
hands.
play. Talene, she goes up, had the ball stripped, but makes a good defensive play by knocking it free. Goes off UCCS, but that was an attitude play by Tatum Talene.
Yep. Yeah, that was good. Good hands on her, and then it was good on number 12 for sticking with that and making sure she didn't get the easy bucket.
So here we go, Chadron State. They're out of Nebraska. Kicks it back out.
Good help.
Yep. and non-verbal defense going on with the mountain lines. They know where everybody's, like you said, is supposed to be. Good rebound by Seifert. They wrestle for it. Jump ball. And I think it stays with Chadron.
Everyone's head is on a swivel right now on defense, so they know where the ball is. At. They know where their player is at, even when they're moving.
Maddie Gabler is called for the foul for UCCS. We talk about this too, Holly, is that with Abby Fikert being out, the other players still want to play physical, tough, and aggressive, but you want to stay out of foul trouble.
Exactly. Yep. Their bench is deep, but they do have a significant number of people in warm-up shirts right now because of injuries.
And the offensive foul called against Chadron State. Big play for UCCS. Good defensive stand that time.
Yeah.
They have, right now, 15-4. UCCS has set the tone early in this game.
Absolutely.
And if they continue this, they can continue to try to run away with this game. And a steal by Chadron. Lynn Plett says no, it should go our way, but the official says no. Inbounding, Jory Peters.
Great hands. Wow, what a hustle.
Yep, Chelsea Pearson's caught fire this weekend. And again, let's go back to that. We've been in that position as a player or a coach. Is it when you know one of your top players, starters goes out, you have to step in and fill, and you have to, you don't want to do exactly be them. You've got to be you, but you got to bring something to the table.
Right.
And that's what she's been doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like a lot of players have been able to kind of tap into what they feel like they are best at, and they're all good at something different, so they're able to capitalize on that as a team.
Big time three right there by Jory Peters out of Mitchell, Nebraska, and pulls her team to within 8. Maddie Gola in the game now for UCCS. Feed inside to Seifert.
Good
nice
cut.
Look to Tatum to lead. She was, and Seifert there again.
Rebound.
Gabler thought about it. She'll take the jumper. Got it! Maddie Gabler money from that area of the court.
That's her shot.
Yep.
That pull-up jumper.
She is comfortable there.
Automatic for her.
Yep. And she is an all-around ball player, that's for sure. Shot up, that's short. Tucked away, Gabler will get it.
Good hustle by Tatum. Making
Pearson.
sure it stays alive.
They got a chance for a play here. Gola got it! Great job on the bucket. Nice passing down the far side of the court. And Maddie Gola pulled the trigger. It's 19-7. Right now, Mountain Lions are rolling. Chadron State out of the left wing. They're slowing things up. They've hit a couple shots, but it's been tough on them.
Yeah, they definitely have to work for the points that they're trying to make right now.
Yep, it's not going to come easy. And that they're hustling on defense, but UCCS has been able to outpace them. Gabler to Talene. Talene off the dribble, out. Gabler says, I'll take 3. Got it! Maddie Gabler drills it from three-point land. And, every time she gets an opportunity to basically step up and make a play, it seems like more often than not she does.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. She's always on. She's paying attention on defense. She's ready for the ball on offense. She knows exactly what she's going to do with that ball when she gets it.
Yep. And haven't seen her a lot this season. Number 2, Joey Sale, junior guard, 5'11", out of Parker, Colorado, checks into the game now. She's 5'11", so giving them a little bit more height to kind of balance that out in the paint. Let's see what she does. Chadron State with the ball. They're down. Rapidly moving first quarter. Closing in on a minute
Great
left.
defense.
Yep. Maddie Gola will get called for the foul. And what I've noticed this season too, as long as we've been doing this team, especially this women's team, you've got a good bench here as far as they're very vocal. They talk to the players on the floor. Mm-hmm. They seem like a tight bunch, and that translates onto the floor in better play.
Oh, 100%, absolutely. And you guys we all can see how well that works for them because they're so close to each other. They know where they're going to be. They trust each other. And it's showing in the games because they're up 22-8 right now.
Yep. O'Flanagan, Gabler.
Great look.
Yep, back to Sale. To lead, nope. They're going to work it around. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 44 on the game clock in the first quarter. It's been all mountain lines this far.
Wide
Talib
open.
by herself off the back of the rim. It was a good look, just didn't drop. Under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Chadron State with the ball. They found themselves in a bit of a hole here. Knocked away by O'Flanagan. Chadron retains. Stripped away again. And it'll go Mountain Line way with 21.1 seconds left in the first quarter. So they should be able to work for the last shot here of the quarter. Here comes O'Flanagan. To Gabler. Another bounce pass like we talked about.
Yeah.
To Gola. Under 10 seconds. O'Flanagan. Gabler by herself. Yes!
Boom.
There it is! Maddie Gabler with a statement at the end of the first quarter, and it's been all mountain lines so far, 25-8 after one quarter of play at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs over Chadron State. The Mountain Lions looking to pick up where they left last night. Both teams, the women's and men's, had the sweep last night. They'd like nothing better than sweep the entire weekend and go 4-0, and they're off to a great start. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give you second quarter action here at Gallagly Events Center in Colorado Springs. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. You're watching and listening to NCAA Division II Hoops and the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. We'll be back in just a quick. Here we go, back to action. Just starting the second quarter, a whistle on the floor. And a foul.
Right now, the Mountain Lions are on fire. They're almost 60% for all of the shots that they've taken right now.
Wow. That's a strong night to start. Joey Sale gets called for the foul. Shot attempted by Chadron State. Ripped down by Tatum Talib.
You see how many hands she had to reach through to get that?
Whoa.
That's
and then
really
she's
wanting some.
two hands on the ball and making sure she has possession. Gabler drives, that fadeaway, and it's off the back of the rim. Here comes Chadron State. Taryn Foxon with the ball. She's out of Aurora, Colorado, Cherokee Trail High School. Shot up, got it! And that's number 44, Rebecca Stevenson out of Lacey, Washington. She is a 6-foot senior forward. So we have a Stevenson in the broadcast booth, and she used to play college ball. Now we have another Stevenson on the floor. Common name, huh?
Common name,
But
yeah.
there's the EV and the PH.
Yes.
Correct. What's the difference? Do you know? I wonder on that because you see like the different
I don't know
spelling.
if it has a different origin or if it's just.
I'm weird. That kind of stuff
something-
fascinates me.
Yeah, just something that people use to make your name unique,
There you go.
like Holly with an I.
Dynamic. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, mine's with a V, so I'm dynamic.
Right, exactly.
PH is real common. So here we go. Talib out to Kaylee Bernard. She is now back in the game. Good pass inside to Jay Farron. Maddie Gola from way outside, in, out, and knocked away, and Chadron State will get possession. They're down by a bunch. If UCCS sticks with the recipe and the method from the first quarter, they should be able to put it in cruise control down the road here.
Absolutely. Cruise control still playing as intensely, not falling asleep.
Yeah,
Sure
at
is
the
what you
wheel.
mean,
I
but
agree.
Yeah.
Nice shot off the glass by Stevenson. Here comes O'Flanagan. Nice pass inside
yes.
to Jay Farron, and she'll
Good
draw
Jay.
the foul. That was a great look by O'Flanagan.
Yep.
The door was going to close. She knew it, but she got the pass there anyway.
Yeah, and it's good on her for not being afraid of that contact.
Yep.
And just trying to shy away from it. You got to take one for the team so you can make the easy 2 buckets.
What's that old saying? When you drive inside, it's not for the faint of heart. And when you drive inside, it's put up or shut up.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean,
absolutely.
Once you've made that commitment, it's done. Farron misses the first one. Number 50 will check in for Chadron State, Savannah Whitehour from Pleasant Grove, Utah. 6'3", senior center.
Farron is about 67% from the free throw line.
And she misses them both. Kind of rolled off. But how many times have we preached about making or missing free throws? And sometimes with close games, those either come back to help or haunt you.
Yeah, I was going to say they'll make or break you.
Yep.
Hopefully not the situation for this game.
Right, that men's game last night. For the big game against Metro States last night, it couldn't have been any other way for the men's game than to come down like that.
Yeah.
And Jeff Culver, he was such an animated guy. He was probably like, whew, but at the same time going, why do you guys have to make this harder on us,
Yeah. I was talking to one of the girls running the shot clock yesterday, and she goes, man, I would be pissed if we lost a 19-point lead and only won by 1. Like, are you more relieved or more angry that happened?
Here we go with Chadron State with the ball. And then Mountain Lions are making everything difficult for them. They're not getting any decent looks at the basket.
No,
shot clock at 14.
Easy.
Foxen with the ball, kicks it out to Peters.
Good screen.
Yep. And a great look and cut to the knife it away to the basket. That was Peters. Good finish. And almost was stolen, but Kaylee Bernard regains control, drives it underneath to Jay Farron. She was right there, and Farron just a little too much on that, but that was a good look.
Great look. I like how intensely Chadron's still playing, too. It's kind of easy to get down on yourself and just kind of give up this early in the game.
Well, sure, that's a good point. For the whole season, 4-18, that's a rough year.
Yep.
That's when you see people, that's a grind.
Yep.
When you go out and you're like, man, and we're this close, and you look at some of the scores of some of the games, some of them have been by a lot, but they've also had some games here, Holly, where they lost 66-64, 68-67, 58. Yep. I mean, those are heartbreakers.
Yeah.
Yep. When you lose by 30, you know you got beat. When you lose by 2 or 3, those sting. Mm-hmm. Because you know you were this close, so you could have done one thing different and won the game.
Yep,
exactly. And you've got some young players on this team, too.
You do. Seasons like this will build character, though.
It's all you have. Only way it goes up.
Yep, exactly.
Bo Schaefer in the game, number 4. Seeing her a little bit tonight for UCCS. Back out, Schaefer. Speaking of that shot is off. Farron fights for it inside. Great job of body position by Jay Farron. She cut underneath to get a good angle at the ball.
Yeah, she's doing great being super active tonight, defensively and offensively. She's always in the right spot to either... Was that off the glass?
That is.
That was a beautiful shot.
And you know what? It's Saturday night, but the bank is open. And Jay Farron just used it. And she's done extremely well tonight shooting the basketball.
She is. I think she's only missed 2 of like the 8 shots that she's put up tonight.
You know, with her being the graduate student on the team, she's the quiet leader of on this team. She goes out and does what she does on the floor. Not real vocal, but she works hard. Mm-hmm. Long 3, and that was way off. So Chadron State trying to force it right now. They're definitely they don't have any rhythm.
Yep, they're feeling a little desperate. You can tell.
You're down by 10. You know, it's not an insurmountable lead, but if you look at your season, you're 3-13 in the RMAC, playing a team 10-6. You when you get to that point where you've lost games, there's that fear of playing down instead of playing up. Mm-hmm. Right now.
Yep.
And the reverse for UCCS, they have the big win last night. They need to keep playing up every night from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one thing when you're already down low on the totem pole, you really have nothing to lose. But when you're playing as well as the Mountain Lions are right now, and you've been in such a hot streak, you have a lot to lose. You have almost everything to lose.
That's good. That's a good point. Pierce, back to Pierce. Pearson says, "I'll take it from way outside, off the back of the rim, knocked off by a Chadron State player. It'll stay with the Mountain Lions." Checking in will be number 12, Jory Peters. for Chadron State. She's been a bright spot for this team.
Yeah, she's been capitalizing a lot on coming off the pick and rolls, and she's been just a scrappy player on defense.
She drives to the hoop well off the dribble.
That's true, yeah.
Seifert, Pearson. Oh, travel on Chelsea Pearson.
A little excited, that's okay.
Those are frustrating. I remember getting called for that. That's frustrating when you get called for that because you have that look and you knife to go in and you're like, I didn't take more than two. And they're looking at it and you're like, okay, whatever.
Right.
But you're thinking, man, that was a highlight play.
Yeah, exactly.
You just ruined it.
Yeah.
Chadron with the ball again, looking for answers. Under 5.5 to play in the first half.
Great hands.
And Kaylee Bernard. She's a worker. Nice quick pass up court. Joey Sell, another good-looking bounce pass. Oh, what a
cut.
And Seifert had the finish, but great passing by the Mountain Lions. That's what they need.
And unselfish. They are literally playing.
They're looking for somebody open.
Yeah. I love how unselfish they're being for the games.
Whistle, it'll go back Mountain Lion way. This is some of the, Holly, I think, just for the games I've done this year, this is some of the best passing I've seen them do yet.
100%. I was thinking about that earlier.
Some of the games we did a while back, like you said, they weren't bounce passing. Some of those turnovers on that one night were awful. They were long passes over the head. They seem to where they're starting to click, the lights going on. They're more aware of where everybody is, like you said. They're like that's that unselfish we not me attitude, looking for somebody open to take an easier shot. I like what Lynn Plett's done with that. That was an issue for a while. He's fixed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been taken care of.
And it's definitely showing within the last couple of games because they're so unselfish with the ball and they're supporting each other off the bench, which is it's great to see because a lot of people are very stagnant or quiet on the bench and they keep each other's morale up.
You always like to see those teams, especially even in high school, even at the college level, when you see the freshmen. Sometimes, that dynamic sometimes where you have a freshman player that's very talented that comes in. You've got juniors and seniors, and sometimes there's bad blood there. Let's be honest, there is.
Yeah,
but I love to see when you see the older players that are really good players, but they know that this person coming in is dynamite, and they just lack the experience at that level, and to take them under their wing and help them. We've seen a lot of that here.
Oh, absolutely.
We've seen a lot of that.
That says a lot about coaching, too, is teaching your top players how to be leaders and not just be good players.
It is. And it's saying, hey, look, the bottom line is we need anybody out in the court finding ways to win. That's why we're here.
Right.
And when they're able to do
sport.
that, it works. It works well. And it works in life.
Absolutely.
Seifert, looking. She's back in. Bo Schaefer, Pearson. 4:45 left in the first half. It's been pretty much Mountain Lions. Whistle on the floor. It'll go against UCCS. The foul.
Oh, calling that offensive off the screen?
Yes, I believe so. And I thought it was on Bo Schaefer. And here comes Chadron State. Pass inside.
Not a whole lot of shot opportunities for Chadron State right now. I don't think the stats have changed much for them since the first quarter.
When you play team defense, it's okay to be selfish.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yep.
And that's what UCCS is doing, and you can tell just by their movement on the defensive side. They're in position. They know where they're supposed to be. They're not giving any easy looks for anybody.
Right. They're moving as a unit.
Yep. Chelsea Pearson gets control of it. She's going to be taking a bigger role.
Wide open.
And that's off by Kaylee Bernard. Chelsea Pearson will be taking a bigger role since Abby Fikerd's out for the season. So she knows that.
Yeah.
And she's answered so far.
Yeah, absolutely. She's made stuff happen for both her and other teammates tonight, as well as last night. Couldn't stop her.
Nope. Fought for her, and Chadron State comes down with it. One of the few times that they're able to win the rebound battle early in this game. Inside the little jumper. Got it, and she'll go to the line as well. Count it. Rachel Henkel. And she's a 5'10" freshman out of Newcastle, Wyoming.
UCCS is in a little bit of a slum right now. I don't think we've scored a point in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Bo Schaefer checks out. Maddie Gola checks in for UCCS, and she is out of Phoenix, Arizona. Shot up, off. And Kaylee Bernard, number 22, will get called for another foul for UCCS, so uncharacteristic of her.
Yeah. She definitely is unsure of that call, too.
And you know as well as I do, sometimes you're trying to do a little more than you need to be doing out there. So, it happens. Chadron State, and she hits the second one. Henkel. They cut it to 7. It's single digits. So UCCS lost a little bit of steam. Pearson tried to go airborne on that.
As long as they stay loose
Yes.
and play relaxed, they should have this game in the bag. I wouldn't be too worried about the loss of lead right now, but
No.
just be aware that it's happening.
That's a great point. And, play upbeat,
Yeah.
right? Always play
exactly.
upbeat. Or I used to have a coach. I used to have hard times. Play with a Coach Dilly. Play with a pulse.
Play with a pulse. I have not heard that.
Play with a pulse. I'm not seeing anything out here. That's what we say. Do you guys have a pulse?
That's fair.
And then his thing too is you don't have to be perfect. Be passionate. And I've never forgotten that. I'm not asking for you guys to be perfect, but play with passion.
Yep.
Because if you're not playing with that, I have a seat right over here for you.
Right.
He used to say that.
Yeah, I heard a lot of, did you buy a ticket for the game?
How's the
Are
view?
you a fan?
How's the view?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think we should do? Right?
Right.
Coach's humor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Chadron State. Oh, good
nice
defensive
block.
play. Who else? Maddie Gabler. She gets the stuff and the steal. And O'Flanagan with it. Behind the back. She was trying to penetrate inside. Nothing really there. Gabler with the ball. Closing in on 3 minutes in the first half. Out to O'Flanagan. She'll take it from 3. That's off. Rebound by Pearson.
Oh.
Are they going to get her for the foul?
No, on Chadron.
It's going to go on Chadron. Yep. And checking in number 1 and number 13 for Chadron State. Number 1, Taryn Foxon. And number 13, Brittany McCauley. So it's an 8-point game. Again, first game of a doubleheader here tonight. Again, men's game tips off after this at 7:30. Stay tuned for that as well. Underneath,
Great
look, the feed, and the finish by Emily Seifert. She's having a pretty strong
Easy
game
buckets.
tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So they get it back out to 10. Knocked away. The pass deflected by O'Flanagan. Still with Chadron State. I'm impressed with the defense of UCCS tonight. Pass inside, good look, Chadron State, but there's nothing available. Shot clock at 4, long range, off the rim, and it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Mountain Line basketball. So good defense by the Mountain Lions. They've done good on defense, not giving easy looks. They've rebounded well. They've gotten some steals. They've been again. Their passing has been so much improved.
On fire, yeah. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to coach this game. It's just making sure that they keep up the intensity, really.
Yep. Gabler. Oh, gets it out to Seifert. Got it!
Perfect.
And Gabler, whether she's scoring, passing, stealing, rebounding, it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, she's great both defensively and offensively, and such an unselfish player.
Yes. So that's what makes a great player.
Absolutely. Yeah, she goofs around a lot during warm-ups or whatever, keeping the team loose, and I think that kind of helps
Every team has one.
her game and
Yep.
their game as well.
Well, hey, everybody has their own mindset. Well, you know that,
Yeah,
right? Y'all
yeah,
have your own little thing, your groove that you need to find out there. And if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Chelsea Pearson with the ball. Under a minute and a half to play in the first half. Gabler with the ball. She'll set back up top. To O'Flanagan, left wing, inside to Seifert. She's done really, really well inside. Pearson from way outside. Got it! Chelsea Pearson with another big three-pointer. And she's feeling it. And they extend the lead to 15 now. The running shot, rebound,
Nice
snatched
rebound.
out of the air by Emily Seifert. Good reach.
1 minute.
And it's under a minute to play. Mountain Lions pouring it on at the end of the first half.
Nice.
Maddie Gabler, and she gets
she
a
got a
rebound.
rebound.
Back up top. Pearson, she'll take another 3. There it is! Oh! Maddie Gabler said, I missed, but I'll chase my own shot,
Right.
get the rebound, and give you a look.
That's just great offense.
Wow.
Follow your shot. That is so fundamental basketball.
Oh,
Nice
and
look.
Pearson darted in. You blinked and missed her. And you know what? She was off to the races.
Yeah.
If she could have stayed in bounds, she was off to the races.
She would have been down on the other side of the court all by herself.
Great effort.
Yeah.
And you know what they say about effort, right? This coach, Etna, effort takes no ability. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So here we go. Chadron State drives inside, forces it.
Good
Maddie
work.
Gabler pulls it down. Under 20 seconds. Gabler with the ball out to O'Flanagan. Mountain Lions in the last few minutes have regained their composure from early in the first quarter. And they're looking under 10 seconds to put an exclamation point on this first half. Gola with the ball to Pearson. Pearson will set up for three. Off the rim.
Another
Goalie. Gola. Oh! And Gola with the last second effort. We are one and done. One half in the books. And after 2 quarters of play, right now, the Mountain Lions extend their lead 38-20 over Chadron State from Nebraska. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball, joined by Holly Stevenson. First game of another doubleheader. You look at UCCS first half. We basically talked about their passing. Abby Fikert not available for the rest of the season. Who's really going to step up and fill? Chelsea Pearson's done a good job. Maddie Gabler, Emily Seifert. I mean, the list goes on. Everybody's turning this into a team effort. And it looks like whatever Lynn Plett has said to them, what they've done throughout the week, those types of things, it's paying off dividends. They get the win last night, and they look like they're in good shape to sweep this weekend right now.
Oh, 100% agree. They're playing solid defense with moving their feet, keeping their head on a swivel, but then they may not be moving around a lot on offense, but they're keeping the ball moving around a lot on offense, which they've been able to capitalize on a lot more open opportunities for them, and it's great to be able to see them work as a team and kind of grow throughout the season.
Yep, sure is. And right now they're winning 38-20. Congratulations again to both teams last night when they swept Metro State here at home. They'd lost earlier in the season at Metro, but they returned the favor to them last night and said, not on our home floor.
Absolutely.
And we're able to get it done. We're having fun here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs, a.k.a. Gallagly Event Center at UCCS. Right now, the dance team for UCCS is getting ready to come on the floor. And also, we've got some girls players from the local YMCA. Coach Jeff Culver for the men's team, UCCS, he's sitting down there with them. This guy can't get enough basketball. He's got it in his veins, and he's getting ready to help out there. We'll take a quick break. 13:44 here at half. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about the upcoming second half, and then the men's game comes at 7:30 after this. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a little bit. You're watching and listening to college basketball, NCAA Division II in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference at UCCS in Colorado Springs at the Lions Den. We'll be back in just a bit. beat. Beat.
The mountain lion is one of the strongest members of the feline family. The average mountain lion lives 5 times a day and consumes up to 3 times its weight in protein. It shares many characteristics with its domestic counterparts, the good and the bad. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
Welcome back to Colorado Springs. Saturday night college basketball. First game of a doubleheader. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball, joined by Holly Stevenson, doing a fantastic job. And so far in this game, for the most part of that first half, Holly, it's been Mountain Lions all the way. They had a little bit of a hiccup. They kind of lost their groove for a little bit, regained it the last few minutes, and that came out strong at the end of that first half. And let's see if they can pick up where they left off, put the pedal to the metal, and just finish this thing off.
Absolutely. They've been playing so strong, and like we were talking about at the first half, they're so cohesive together. To kind of put that in perspective, they have 15 assists right now, whereas Chadron only has 4. Granted, that has something to do with how many shots you're making and how many shots you're taking, but it just shows how unselfish they're playing right now to help with the 20-point lead that they have.
Yep. Emily Seifert comes out, hits her first shot of the second half. Mountain Lions up by a bunch. They're up by 20. Chadron State, they force an off-balance shot. And a lot of smiles with UCCS on the floor. That's a good sign.
Yep. You know you're having fun and playing your best game when everyone's enjoying themselves.
Well, it's like anything. When you have fun, you get it done, right?
Absolutely.
Chadron State. Oh, good second effort by Taryn Foxen out of Cherokee Trail High School here in Colorado. Forces it, gets it in, and gets a chance to capitalize on a three-point play. And the foul will go against Kaylee Bernard. So that's at least 3, correct?
I think that's 3 on her. Yeah, you're
Should
right.
be her 3rd. In and out, and snatched out of the air by Jay Farron. Out to O'Flanagan. Pearson, she'll set up for 3. Oh! Chelsea Pearson. She was already running down the other end of the floor. She knew that was going. Hit those threes, you know as well as from the baseline. Those are hard.
Yep, and she hit nothing but net with that. That's when your shot is so automatic that you're not thinking about it. You're just going to shoot and you're going to run back on defense because you know it's in.
Wow, that's confidence.
Yeah.
Foxen puts it up. It's short. Rebound again. Jay Farron. Pearson up to Kaylee Bernard. Bernard steps back behind the three-point line. The Pearson will set up shop, go to work. Seifert.
Nice turn to shoot.
Off the rim. Fought for. And Farron did a good job trying to get in there and snatch that ball.
She's doing a great job hustling tonight. She's had a lot of good looks at the basket, good looks for assists and everything, but she's fighting for or hustling after loose balls or unprotected loose balls right now.
Yep. The Mountain Lions are playing good team basketball. Great passing in the first half, by the way. And Chadron State, they are in a hole. They know it. Shot up. Rebound. Pulled down by Kelly O'Flanagan. Up to Pearson. She wants to take advantage of... Oh, Seifert. It's off. And pulled down by Foxen, and she's bringing the ball down. She's going to take matters into her own hands. Tries to get it, throw that up. Seifert pulls it down. Kaylee Bernard.
On Bernard again.
That should be 4.
Lynn doesn't seem too worried about it.
I thought she had more fouls, but listening here for the announcer, he says it's the second. Doesn't seem right, does it?
I thought she had at least 1 in the first half.
I thought so too, but we stand corrected. They said 2. Chadron State checking out is number 31, McKenna McClintock.
Good thing we're not keeping the books, I guess.
Right. Good thing we're the talking heads with the earphones, right?
Exactly.
8:07 left in the third. Shot up. Foxen hits it. She's a good one. O'Flanagan brings it down.
I like O'Flanagan handling the ball a lot, and I don't know if it's because I was just a subpar ball handler myself, but she has such a fire.
Chelsea Pearson, and she's making Abby Fikert proud.
She's 5 for 8 right now. Ridiculous.
Man. And you know what she's saying to herself and everybody else right now? Told you I could shoot. Told you, coach.
Exactly. didn't even have to say it. You can just smirk down the court.
Like, how you like that? O'Flanagan has it knocked away, but it'll stay with the Mountain Lions. Checking in will be number 12. That is Jory Peters for Chadron State. And checking out will be number 10, Haley Urbech. O'Flanagan looking to inbound, gets it to Pearson. She's got the hot hand. Nice look and pass inside to Farron, and she gets the finish with the left-handed roller. And things are heating up for the Mountain Lions. They're starting to gain some momentum again. If they can pull away, they can start to
smooth sailing for the rest of the game.
Rotating and bringing more bodies off the bench.
Yeah, exactly. Get some of the inexperienced players in.
Absolutely.
Working together.
Especially this late in the season. It's valuable. Oh, a steal.
Nice steal.
Kaylee Bernard, they want to run. Mountain Lions. Pearson. Inside to Farron.
Again.
Farron.
What a cut.
Inside. And Bernard came flying through. Farron gives the dish. Bernard draws the foul.
That was a good look by Farron, too.
You talk about from a passing standpoint right now with the Mountain Lions, it's that flow and go mentality. And they're going to the basket hard and quick. So that's a good sign.
Yep. There's not a whole lot of time for thinking on Chadron's side, but they're a fast break team. They play better when they don't have to try to reset up.
Bernard misses the first free throw. Checking in will be number 31, McKenna McClintock for Chadron State, and number 25, Angelique Gall. She's out of Fruita, Colorado, Fruita Monument, a 5'10 junior. So Bernard missed her first one. Maddie Gabler will check back in. It's good news for Mountain Lion fans. Bernard gets the second one, 1 of 2. Gabler will check in for Emily Seifert. Seems like we talked about this too. Gabler's that forward/guard player, right?
Yep.
She can do a little bit of both.
She's that triple threat, great on defense, can shoot from the outside if she needs to, but she's not afraid of taking it to the hoop. Peters
almost loses control, regains it. And under 6.5 to play in the third, Mountain Lions are having their way. And an offensive foul called on the Eagles. So
that's what you want out of that defense.
Yeah.
That's great, forcing the turnovers.
And as far as Chadron State Eagles, the Eagle, they're more effective when they fly, but they've landed. They really haven't taken flight at all tonight. Mountain Lions have come out, claws, teeth, everything.
They're giving it all, and they're not going to let up.
What a pass. Just a little too much. It was an over-the-shoulder look for Jay Farron as Jay Farron's laughing with her. She was just a little too much on that one.
Not quite that tall, can't jump that high. It's okay.
Right. And O'Flanagan checks out. Maddie Gola checks in. I agree with you, too. O'Flanagan is a really good ball handler. She's confident with the basketball in her hands, and she also sees the floor well.
Yes, that was the point I was trying to make, is that she knows where all of her players are. She knows when she can push up the
who does
court.
what.
Right, exactly.
Gabler's trying to post up inside.
Great defense.
Yep. Man, they are smothering.
Suffocating.
Shot off. Rebound pulled down by Chadron State, and that was McKenna McClintock pulling that down, and she'll get fouled. 5:49 left in the third quarter. As it stands right now, if this is more of the same for UCCS, they're going to get the weekend sweep.
Oh, absolutely. They're just having fun out there right now.
And late in the season, especially late in the season, when you got a record of right now, you look at the Holly, you look at the RMAC women's standings right now. UCCS 10-6 in conference. They're tied with Western, School of Mines, CSU Pueblo, and Metro State. 4 other teams. That's wide open. And then the next teams at the top, there's a gap there. Colorado Mesa and Westminster 15-1 in conference play. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But UCCS, good news, they're right in the mix. Mm-hmm. All you got to really do when you look at it from this vantage point is win. Just worry about winning every night, and then take a look the next morning and see who lost.
Right, exactly.
And, okay, we moved up.
At this point, you're your own worst enemy.
That's
they can only go up unless they decide to get complacent and just kind of not play basketball anymore.
Yep. So it's wide open. There's about 5 teams in the RMAC and the women's standings that could do some damage. Pass to Bernard. Shot clock at 14. 5.5 left in the third. Whistle.
Solid
Bernard,
look.
Yep. Bernard goes up, and she'll go to the line, I assume. Yep. Kaylee Bernard, number 22. She's a 5'9 junior guard out of Floyd, New Mexico.
Oh, they called that one on the floor.
Yep, on the floor. So Tatum Talene in now, number 44 for UCCS. She's their blue-collar player.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yep.
She'll do anything and everything, and she'll give it 100%.
She's what you call a really good utility-type player.
Yeah.
Wherever she's needed, she fills in. And you need those.
Absolutely.
Farron, she's in trouble, looking for help. Nope, she'll regroup.
Saved herself.
There's Gola. Shot clock at 7. Gola.
Take.
Bernard, she'll put it up. It's off. Farron fights for it. But Angelique Gall comes down with it. Here comes Peters.
Jay's laughing down the court. I don't know if she's laughing at herself or she's laughing at something the defense might have said to her.
Yeah. Well, there's always little kind of
Little
chirping
jabs.
here and there.
Yep.
Oh, Maddie Gola says, I feel left out. I'm going to score. So she does. 51-30 right now. Mountain Lions starting to speed up. And they want to see Chadron State in their rearview mirror. Way off. Air ball there by Peters. And it'll be UCCS basketball. Be a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. Right now, 4:24 left in the third quarter of play here in Colorado Springs. At UCCS, the Lions Den, first game of a doubleheader. And the Mountain Lions, they are looking like they are going to about ready to go on cruise control and go green sailing here, 51-30. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. You're watching and listening to RMAC Hoops in the NCAA Division II. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Getting set for the final 4:24 of the third quarter here in Colorado Springs. College basketball. If you're a home fan, you're happy right now. The Mountain Lions, the Lady Mountain Lions, they are putting it to Chadron State tonight. And it doesn't really matter who's on the floor. Everybody's getting involved in the action.
Everyone's on fire right now. Everyone's
What a pass.
solid.
To lead by herself. In, out, off the rim. Whistle and foul. And it's on number 22 for Chadron State. That goes on Rachel Henkel. So, go ahead.
I was just going to say Mountain Lions are on fire right now on offense with both their three-point shooting as well as I thought that was another one. Three-point shooting as well as just their 2 points. They're even. The statistics right now are even with 47%.
Wow.
From both. Yeah.
Well,
that's because they're taking smart shots. They're not just taking any shots.
and you hit it earlier too. We were talking about is that when you're passing the ball well, you get better looks and better opportunities at high percentage shots, and that's what they've done a really good job of. They've been very, very fluid with the basketball.
Yeah.
Pitching to each other, bounce passes, whatever, the right pass for the right play, and setting each other up in a good way.
Yeah, exactly.
Peters, she's getting smothered. Nice pass, good look inside, knocked away, steal, and that's to lead. And here come the Mountain Lions, all the way up to Jay Farron, underneath, got it! Farron with the finish, that was a great look, and Talib wanted her all the way, and puts it on the money.
She's having a great night right now too. She's 7 for 8, I think, for her
Wow.
2-pointers.
So she's got a 14-point night.
And she's had a couple, if 2 or 3 assists, I think, too. So she's
A kind of a quiet night, but a productive night, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Very productive. And, okay, and then now Tatum Talib, she was fouled. She'll go to the line. So Talib, the first one, got it. She's got that long sleeve on the right arm. She's got the wrist brace on the left.
Couple of knee braces.
Knee braces.
Are they braces or pads? Because
I'm wondering. I'm
She's
thinking-
scrapping around the floor a lot.
I would say that meant pads. That would make
Yeah.
sense. That way you're not getting court burned,
Yeah, exactly.
which you all know doesn't feel good.
No.
Peters. Stop starts, back up top. They need points and points aplenty. And Pearson is scrapping outside of the right wing, knocking that ball away.
It's good hustle right there.
She said, I don't care if we're up 54-30. I'm going to get a steal.
anything to help your stats, right?
Right.
It's a perfect game for it.
And she's going to come out. O'Flanagan checks in for her. Pearson, this has been her weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It has been a monstrous weekend for her. Coming of age, if you will, for her. She said,
Non-stop buckets.
Abby can't play? Okay, I'm going to fill in.
New Abby.
Here's my brand of basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
O'Flanagan, the stop, the jumper off the rim, and rebound. And it's pulled down by McKenna McClintock. And there's a foul. It's on Jay Farron, number 25. She's like, yep, that's me.
Yeah.
It's okay. She's had a great night.
She's had a great night. She's staying loose with it. She's enjoying herself.
It's always fun when you have a doubleheader on a weekend at home and you get to win them both.
Yes.
Because then you get, after the game, then you feel good. You can joke around, you kind of go out, hang out with each other. You're on the road, you lose. It's a long trip back sometimes. You're like, man, I don't feel good.
Yep.
And you ever notice when you get dings and little injuries when you lose, they always hurt worse?
Yep.
When you win, they don't. You can handle it. But when they lose, you're like, oh, that's nagging. That hurts.
Yeah, and it always
because you
seems
lost.
Yeah.
That's why.
It always seems to hurt for like 3 or 4 days afterwards.
I agree.
Even if it doesn't really
So
hurt.
I'm not the only one that feels that way.
not at all.
Yeah. It always stings a little worse. Timeout on the floor. 2:36 left in the third quarter. It's been all Mountain Lions. They lead here the first game of a doubleheader here tonight against Chadron State. Want to remind you that UCCS is part of an RMAC-wide agreement with Stretch Internet as a designated streaming partner. All games are available for free and can be viewed on desktop, mobile devices, and the RMAC Network app channel through Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV. UCCS will also make select home games available on social media networks, including Facebook Live, Twitter via Periscope, and or YouTube. So, Holly, you look at this game, we've talked about, a lot of times when you watch a game, you'll have 1 or 2 players that stand out, right? Especially in basketball. You have 1 or 2 key players that stand out. This is one of those weekends for UCCS late in the season that bodes well for them, that everybody that's gone into the game tonight that's been on that floor has produced. It might not always be points, but it's steals, it's rebounds, it's assists, it's something. They're all getting involved in the action.
Yep.
And I tip my hat to Lynn Plett and his staff for doing such a great job.
Yeah, that's all on coaching right there, because even if you're not going to be the top scorer on the floor, doesn't mean that you're not going to be useful for the team.
Yep. You got to find a way to make things happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so on the floor for UCCS is Talene, Barnard, Sale, Joey Sale back in the game, number 2, Dola, and O'Flanagan. Get set to resume action. O'Flanagan looking to inbound. Good defense by Chadron State. 15 on the shot clock. O'Flanagan drives. She had a look, just too much on it. It was a good look and a good drive.
Got too much momentum on it, but that's just probably the adrenaline going in.
Yep. Peters back out.
Way to stick with that.
Yep. Taryn Foxon. She's not shy about trying to get inside and work for the tough shot.
Oh, definitely not.
Now she'll go to the line. 5'10" sophomore. And getting ready, Bo Schaefer, number 4. She's out of Bear Creek High School. She'll check in for UCCS. She's coming in for Maddie Gola.
I actually think Taryn has half the points for, or excuse me, not half, a quarter of the points for Chadron right now.
And so she'll get it. They got a ways to go. UCCS needs to continue applying pressure. Barnard tries to drive outside. She's got a little jumper inside. It's a short arms it. It was there.
Out.
That shot was there. Peters brings it down at the other end. She'll put it up. Off, Bernard with the rebound. Up to Bo Schaefer. She'll wait for help. Wisely. A turnover. Ill-advised pass. Coming back the other way. McKenna McClintock. Off to Foxon. Back to Peters. Under a minute and a half to play in the third quarter here in Colorado Springs. Peters loses possession, and here it comes. Another steal. Talene with the ball. Off the dribble.
Great take.
She'll draw the foul. She saw the opening. She didn't hesitate. She took it. Now she's going to the line. Great look. The foul goes against McKenna McClintock, the junior. Talene, pretty good free throw shooter.
Tatum now 2 for 3.
Checking in for Chadron State, number 10, Haley Urbash. Talene will have her second attempt at the line. So I would say for the most part, Holly, a dominating performance by UCCS.
100%. They've been able to hold Chadron to, I think, 2 points since the start of the second half.
Which means that they're being stingy. And they don't want to just win. They want to win by a bunch.
Right.
Oh, great. Peters, she has a soft touch.
Strong
like
player.
Butter. Just smooth, right up underneath.
Man. And that was with a couple of players on her, too, and she was able to find that hole.
Yep, Talene. Bernard wanted to go back to Talene. She's going to drive inside, and she'll be fouled. There, UCCS, they have taken the ball to the bucket strong with authority tonight, and it's paying dividends.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's paying dividends.
They're not afraid of the contact because they're going to get a bucket either way.
Yep. Lindplant, he's up. He's really red and animated, but he's smiling. So it sounds like he's encouraging. That's kind of a nice thing, especially when you're on the court and your coach he's either happy or he's unhappy.
Right.
He or she. And when you like it when they're standing up, they're smiling and they're talking to you because your guard goes down.
Right.
He's not yelling at me about something. He's happy. He's just trying to re-emphasize what he was telling us.
And that also makes you more relaxed as a player too.
I think so too.
You don't have to worry about if you're going to get reprimanded later on in the game.
I don't know if we might have talked about this one of the games earlier this season, but college basketball coaches back in the day, guys like Bobby Knight, who would want to play for Bobby Knight? His son played for him, and I think that lasted like a season.
Yeah,
because he's probably going, Mom, this guy, I don't know. This guy is all over me. Chadron State with the ball, under 30 seconds to play in the third. Outlines productive third quarter. Oh, long range three by Taryn Foxton for Chadron State. All the way down to Bo Schaefer. Schaefer's going to set up the three.
Response.
It's off, knocked away. Bernard fights for it.
Hustle.
And gets it. Great effort by Kaylee Bernard. Under 10 seconds to 6. Outlines will get the last shot of the third quarter. O'Flanagan. Bernard in and out.
And
I think they're going to decide if they're going to count it or not. Great effort by Bo Schaefer there.
Yeah.
She was hanging in the air. Just kind of tries to tap it up there.
Easy peasy. That was smart on them to be aware of the clock and know that you still had 10 seconds to.
The official just said a pushing foul on number 12 on Peters for Chadron State. So the officials are going to kind of decide what's going to happen here. It looked, as far as the shot counting, it looked pretty close. It could go either way.
Yeah,
it really could.
I agree.
Just like, remember the men's game last night?
Oh my
With
gosh.
the inbounding of that pass, I'm like, oh my gosh, 0.4 seconds.
Funny you bring that up. I was actually running the game clock last night, and I was stressed out, making sure I was going to start and stop it.
And what you're doing is you got a horse with blinders go, don't bother me, I'm focused.
Yep, I told everyone not to talk to me for the last
I don't care what you saw, I know what I saw.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? I'm in charge of the clock. You have to tape your hand to the clock.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that was stressful. And then when they did the inbounds play, I wasn't even sure if anyone touched it. So it was like.
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
And Jerry and I, we weren't sure. I mean, was down here at the other end of the court. It's a little bit, your view's a little bit skewed down here. So it's a little harder. But we kept seeing the officials come over and look it over and over and over. And when you're looking at something, if you're one of these three officials looking at it, there's all the people in the gym staring down at you. They got their opinions and their thought. You just got to be really laser focused on what you're looking at. Are my eyes lying to me? Are they telling me the truth?
Right.
And then, here's the thing too. If you're at if it's a call that affects the home team, you can't tell me it doesn't go through their mind.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
they're going, I wonder if it's going to be easy getting out of here.
Do I
Right.
need the extra police
Right.
escort out?
No one's going to be really shaking my hand or high-fiving me when I
Right.
leave.
Right.
So they're going to continue to look at that here at the sideline. At the end of the third quarter, the officials are going to decide whether that shot by UCCS and Bo Schaefer counted. Reminding you once again that UCCS, part of an RMAC-wide agreement with Stretch Internet as the designated stream partner. All games are available for free. They can be viewed on desktop, mobile devices, and the RMAC Network app channel through Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV. UCCS will also make select home games available on social media networks, including Facebook Live, Twitter via Periscope, and or YouTube. So the officials, Tommy Laura, Ben Gornica, and Anthony Carter, they're discussing whether the shot counts. UCCS has a pretty sizable lead, Holly, but every bucket helps.
Absolutely.
It makes it a little easier for you down the stretch. I would think if things continue like this in the fourth quarter, we might see a couple more people. I think pretty much everybody on the bench, from the looks of it, has gotten in tonight.
Yep.
We got some players too that haven't suited tonight. So Davern, Anna Davern isn't playing. There's a couple other players, but I think what Lynn Platt has created here, I mean, if you look at his roster right now, you've got a couple seniors, right? You've got O'Flanagan's a senior, Seifert's a senior. Honestly, that looks like you got Jay Farron.
Yep.
So you have three older players, yeah.
that are
Everybody else is. You've got Sales, a junior. That's the junior class.
Yep.
Pearson, Gabler, Barnard. They're going to be. But you look at the sophomores: Talene, Fikert, Maddie Gold. This team, he's done a good job bringing the right players in. And anytime you look at team sports, I had somebody tell me years ago that the way that you build a team and keep a team, you build a team, make it successful, and keep it successful. There's three phases. There's load, unload, reload, and you just keep doing it.
Yep.
Now, if we were talking about this last night, if you're the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick, you just load and reload.
Right.
The unload thing doesn't happen. You just keep bringing different people in because your system works. Right now, what I've seen with Lynn Platt for UCCS, he's done an effective job of bringing different players with different talents in. This is not a team, to me, when you watch them, of maybe one or two really standout players. They're all solid ball players.
Yep, absolutely.
And they bring their flavor, their brand of basketball. They go ahead and contribute, and it works well. It's like being a coach with Lynn Platt. I see him as the kind of guy that takes a puzzle. There's a whole bunch of pieces, and he finds a way to make them fit.
Right. Well, and the impressive thing about that, too, is that any one of these players could be the star on any team, but he makes them work together, and he doesn't create plays around one person. He creates plays around whoever at the time happens to be on fire, or they kind of I don't know. They all just work together, and there's not one specific person that feels the weight or feels entitled to the ball.
I would agree. And the way it's shaping up for this season to finish, if I had to make any next season type prediction or anything about how this team will do or what it's going to look like, I would say next season. To me, this looks like it would be Maddie Gabler and Abby Fikert's team. Those two, it's going to be their team next season.
Yeah,
and they'll be
leaders.
They'll be the leaders, and they'll have the role players around them, and he'll keep bringing in other players from elsewhere. But next season, if I was a betting guy, that's what I would say.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. And they're strong leaders all together.
Yep, vocal. That's what you need. And like a Maddie Gabler type player, doesn't seem really super vocal out there, but intense. She's the kind of player when you're on the floor, you feel that intensity, and you want to match that intensity level.
Kind of leads through example.
Yep,
yeah.
You're perfect. Leads by example, and that's what you want. So the officials will continue to...
I'm going to definitely make sure they get it right.
What do you think? Is it going to count?
I think they're going to count it.
Joey Sale, first second, personal foul.
Or Joey Sale called for the foul.
But if anything, Bo gets style points.
Yes. She kind of hung in the air there.
Yeah.
The drama shot.
Yeah, exactly.
So at the line, Taryn Foxen for Chadron State. And the clock was reset to 0.7 seconds. So instead of the shot going, they called a foul.
Foul, yeah.
And it went against UCCS. Foxen, she'll get both. She's got a high arc on her shots on free throw. Yep, and that'll do it. 3 down and 1 left to go. So far, after 3 periods, the Mountain Lions, they lead 56-39 with 1 quarter to play. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll give you the last quarter of action of the women's basketball game here for UCCS taking on Chadron State. Also remember, right after the conclusion of this game, we'll set the table for you for the men's game, also taking on Chadron State. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball, joined by Holly Stevenson. You're watching and listening to RMAC Division II basketball right here in Colorado Springs at the Lions Den. Stay with us. We'll be back to bring you all the fourth quarter action. And here we go, getting set for the final quarter in Colorado Springs. The Lady Mountain Lions of UCCS, they get the big win over Metro State last night, and they are looking like more of the same here tonight for the weekend sweep here in Colorado Springs. A lot of smiles on the floor. All the players have gotten involved in tonight's game on the bench, and it's been entertaining. O'Flanagan with the rebound. Trying to finish this thing off. Talid all by herself. Got it! 44, adding some more for UCCS from way outside.
Ridiculous.
It's another 20-point lead.
Right
now, it doesn't matter who's shooting.
Oh, no. Not at all. They're 36% right now from the three-point line.
Feed inside. Spin around. Good defense by Joey Sale. She'll get it back to Talid. Talid's looking all the way down
Another
court.
great
Got
block.
Gabler. She'll turn around. Thought there was a foul, but not. The fadeaway doesn't get it. Peters brings it back for the Eagles in Chadron State. She'll set up from outside. Got it.
Good shot. Great shot.
Hits it. Chelsea Pearson will check back in for the Mountain Lions. Bo Schaefer with the ball out to O'Flanagan on the left wing. Back up top to Maddie Gabler. And they want to get it inside. Good defense there by Tatum Peterson. Gabler, Joey Sale. Got it! Gets a little bit of the backboard and the rim, but doesn't have to look great, just has to go in.
Backboard's there for a reason. Might as well use it, right?
Right? 8:20 left in this basketball game. Mountain Lions right now are 10-6 in the RMAC, looking to go 11-6.
Oh, good block.
Gabler, once again, right where she needs to be. Gets the stuff and the steal. Now she brings it down the floor. Bo Schaefer. Back up to Maddie Gabler.
Resetting here, it looks like.
Yep, 9 seconds. Gabler. Oh! Maddie Gabler just toyed with her on the left wing and said, if you're not going to let me drive, I'll shoot on you.
She goes, yeah, either one works for me, right?
Yep, and she drains it from three-point land.
Grief.
So right now, this is a very confident basketball team, the Mountain Lions. Chadron State feed inside to Foxen, working away against Maddie Gabler. Short Gabler with the rebound. Good defense by Maddie Gabler. Matches up well with Foxen. Bo Schaefer she wanted to get involved in that. Drives. Nice looking. She drove underneath, and they thought she was going for the bucket, and kicks it out to Talid. It draws a foul. Farron, number 25, and Pearson will check in for UCCS. 31 and 22 for Chadron State. McKenna McClintock, Rachel Henkel. So here we go. Inbound pass to Talid. All the way out to O'Flanagan. Yep. Inside to Farron. Pearson will set up for three. Chelsea Pearson, another three.
And that's just a great play. Drawing the defense in and then kicking it back out, and they did that twice until the shot was open.
Yep. Pass inside, they're going to call a foul. It's going to go against number 20, Kelly O'Flanagan for UCCS.
First team foul.
But, you know, Chelsea Pearson, she seems to be, her attitude is kind of like, if you're not going to cover me or
Great.
guard me, then I'll take the shot.
Drain it all day.
And you think they would have by now.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Put the clamps down, but they haven't. So Jay Farron to O'Flanagan. Impressive performance so far tonight by UCCS.
Yeah, they're just playing smart ball.
O'Flanagan, in, out, and rebound snatched by Mackenzie Brennan. Back out to Peters. Inside to McClintock. She'll turn around and take the shot. In, out, to lead there.
Great.
Pulls it down, and she'll draw a foul. And it'll go against number 2, Mackenzie Brennan.
Mackenzie Brennan, her second personal foul. Second.
So if you're UCCS, you know exactly where you're at. 6:25 and counting in the game. You've got a big lead. Just keep doing what you're doing
Yeah.
and finish this night off.
Don't change a thing.
Nope. And sometimes this is a good time when you're up like this in a game to, I would think, to work on get some work on some things you know that you need to polish
Yep.
a little bit.
Maybe work on a couple
some
new plays.
some minor risks here and there and try to work on some stuff.
Yeah, you got a little wiggle room at this point.
Yep.
Why not?
Gabler to Talid. Talid wanted. Good pass by
pass.
Talid.
Great up and under.
What an effort by Jay Farron. Works herself underneath. Gets a good look at the bucket. Just a little left-handed flick and gets it.
She's good with those tough shots underneath.
Yep. Right now,
Pearson knew exactly where that ball was going and made sure that she got it.
focus and finish if you're UCCS. Herbach, number 10, gets called for the foul for Chadron State. Toledo inbound.
Now checking in for the Eagles, number 13, Brittany McCullough.
And 13, Brittany McCauley checks in. A 5'7" guard for Chadron State. Back to Gabler on the right wing. She'll get it to Talid. Talid sets up for a three off the rim. Fought for. Gabler on the floor.
I thought they were calling jump ball.
With Brennan, yep.
Gabler feels that it should have been a jump ball as well.
Yes. She's going, huh? She's out of Longmont, Colorado. She played her basketball for the Longmont Trojans. Long history there with some great teams.
Gabler's also had a great defensive game.
Yes. It's impressive in basketball. A lot of times you'll see those one-way players, right?
Yeah.
That's just who they are.
Yep.
It's impressive when they're both ends of the floor. They really work at it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. She's so anticipatory of the ball and the play that the opposite team is doing.
Yep. Oh. Gabler almost loses control.
Nice save.
Yeah. Tries to drive, set. It's off. She'll draw the foul. And she'll go to the free throw line. Another big night for her. Taryn Fox will check in, number 1 for Chadron State. A timeout. We'll take another one as well. 4:57. Don't go anywhere left in this game. First game of a doubleheader here tonight in Colorado Springs at the Lions Den. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion Basketball. You're watching and listening to NCAA Division II hoops at the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference right here in beautiful Colorado Springs. We'll be back in just a bit. Here we go. Welcome back to Gallagher Event Center in Colorado Springs. 4:57 left in this basketball game. For the most part, dominated by UCCS, so they're looking to finish off a 2-game sweep this weekend. Maddie Gabler, first shot from the free throw line, good. George Holden along with Holly Stevenson. The men's game will have Jerry Evans sitting in with me. He'll be finishing out the season with me. Always fun to get a longtime radio guy, but also a basketball official and referee and his perspective. As I said, the loneliest job in team sports. It is.
Yeah.
It is. You got to be a confident person to be an official.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd wear my heart in my sleeve. I couldn't do it.
Tough skin, too.
There's no way I could do that. Driving inside Foxen. And is that on Gabler?
Yep.
She's got a big smile on her face. Yeah, that was me. So.
Number 21.
Oh, that was her fifth.
Her fifth personal.
What a great weekend for her.
Yeah.
She really.
Just terrific game both ends.
And sometimes you have those nights in basketball, you know. And Kaylee Bernard will check back in for her.
Yeah. Good news, though. This isn't like a nail-biter game.
Correct. It's
That
not a
would
close
be
game.
So much more frustrating.
Yep. In and out. Foxen misses the first one. You know, and the thing is, too, think about this. You could have one night where you foul out the next night. You know, a lot of that has to do with who you match up well with. Sometimes you match up really well with somebody. You can go ahead and shadow them. Other nights, you really struggle.
Yep.
It's hard. I mean, they may be quick off the dribble. They have a spin move, something like that. You're not able to get with it. It just kind of happens.
Yep,
So.
yep. Just kind of depends on the level of the other player.
Yep, learn from it.
Something else that's super impressive that we've talked kind of earlier in the season is their turnovers. They've only had 6 turnovers all game.
That's a fantastic point because they were earlier in the season. We saw that it was driving us nuts.
Yeah.
And the poor passing.
Yep.
They have ironed those things out. Oh, what a pass!
Wow.
By Pearson inside to Farron,
Great
and she
move.
rewards the confidence and puts it off the bank again. She puts it off the bank. She made a deposit. Jay Farron.
She's been doing that a couple times this evening.
Right. Didn't even need her bank bags. Chadron State with the ball. And they're down by a bunch.
That was
Foul.
a little silly, a little ticky-tack, but
Foul's going to be called on Chelsea Pearson for UCCS. Checking in for her will be Maddie Gola out of Phoenix, Arizona.
she's just making sure the other team is aware that she can reach the ball.
Yep.
Try to make them protect it more. It's just benefiting them.
Pearson with a huge night hitting threes, I'll tell you. And last night.
Yeah, on fire. Like I was saying before, I'm surprised the Nets didn't catch fire.
Yeah, here's my thing. If you drank Kool-Aid, Gatorade, Pepsi, whatever you drank before those games, do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it again.
Don't break that rhythm.
Oh, and it just rolls in. Were you a player like that? Do you believe in kind of superstitions? Did you have any?
No.
I know some players do.
I mean, I think it's kind of funny. Like, I think I tried to have something pre-game things that I did, but I was like, it's whatever
I'm with you.
to me.
Some guys were weird.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? I used to play football with a guy. He would literally have great games, and he would rush for so many yards, he would not change his socks.
Gross.
So we were like, please, you know what I mean? Have a bad game.
Give him a separate locker room or
Yeah.
something.
Well, she was like, well, I have to. It's my feet. We're like, yeah, well, we have to too. So please.
We got to be conscious to go out on the
Maybe that was a little TMI, but I remembered him doing that. I won't say his name because I don't want to embarrass him. I'm not going to embarrass him.
That's very considerate of you.
So Kaylee Bernard drives inside, has it stripped away. Good defensive play by Brennan for Chadron State. Under 3 minutes to play in the final period. Whistle on the floor. That's going to go against UCCS.
I missed that one.
And that's on Jay Farron, number 25. It's a shooting foul. Going to the line for Chadron State will be Tatum Peterson out of Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Beautiful area. Have you ever been up there?
I have not.
Glenwood Springs, I believe that's where Doc Holliday's buried.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Doc Holliday's. He was taken to the sanitarium up there by Wyatt Earp. They were friends, and that ended up being his final resting place. I'm a history buff, so.
I was going to say, fun facts for the night.
Right? There you go. A little bit of historical trivia.
Right.
And gets it. Bounces off the back of the rim and goes through. Here comes the press defense. I should say desperation defense by Chadron State. To lead with the ball, out to Bernard. What great, phenomenal passing by the Mountain Lions
Great
tonight. And there's
cut.
another sign on that. Boom! From outside, O'Flanagan with the nice stroke. It hits the outside jumper. So if UCCS, if they watch this tape over on their passing,
Yeah.
they're just going to get better and better.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and the plays that they're running really well, and they're making sure that they're looking for those open shots
Yep.
or for those passes
Yep.
instead of just kind of going through the motions of them like some other teams would.
So 3 players will check in. Joey Sale, Bo Schaefer, and Maddie Gola for UCCS. Farron checks out. Bernard checks out. They've had strong nights. Congratulations to them. Tonight's been a total team effort by
Absolutely.
UCCS. It really has.
Absolutely. Everyone has had a shot at the basket. Everyone's played solid defense.
Schaefer had it. Yep, she'll get it. She gets control, weaves her way through traffic, up the floor. She's
Wants it.
going at Mach 7, puts it up. Oh! Bo Schaefer, number 4. And she was turning on the Jets. I thought she might dish it off to somebody, but she said, I run this far, I'm going to finish it. And she does. She goes to the line to try to capitalize on the 3-point play.
Yeah, she wanted to get on that board too.
Yep. She's out of Lakewood, Colorado. Checking in, number 10 for Chadron State, Haley Erbich.
You know, looking at the stats, it looks like now only Bernard and Flanagan are the only people who haven't scored, but they have they've played well defense well. They've got a lot of rebounds. They've got some assists. Flanagan has 7 assists of the game.
It all adds up.
So it's not like they're not contributing. They have been, just in different ways.
Yep. What does a good coach say at a night like that with his team? Throw it on the pile.
Yeah.
Just throw it all on the pile because it all works.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to complain about tonight.
Nope.
Like, all you're going to do is kind of look, maybe tweak some things.
Solid performance.
Yeah.
And that's an understatement.
Yeah.
I mean, they really got it done.
I mean, it's so fluid, even on defense.
Yep.
It's awesome to watch how everyone moves when the ball is in a different area.
Well,
Nice.
Joey Sale. Here comes Maddie Gola. She's got somebody on her trailer, throws it up. She'll draw a foul, and she'll go to the line.
Good on Bo for following that, too.
So, and you got to feel good if you're an inactive player, an injured player for UCCS, and you're on the bench watching, saying, in your timeout on the floor, with 1:32 left in this game, that's one of those times we've been there where you're injured or whatever and you can't play. You always worry about, man, if I could be in there, I could have made a difference or something like that. When you see a performance like tonight, you can rest easy and kind of relax a little on the sideline and say, it's okay to heal. It's okay to take time. I don't have to rush it. It's going to be okay. These guys have it.
Yeah,
and that
exactly.
seems like that's what the mentality is right now.
That's good. Because you don't want to come off an injury too soon and risk re-injuring yourself and having to be worse. Mother Nature speaks, right? And all that. Absolutely.
When you're injured, when your body's ready, it tells you. Just to recap real quick, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference women's standings, if you're joining us, the top 2 teams, Colorado Mesa 15-1, Westminster 15-1 in conference play. But here's the story, is you've got Western, Colorado School of Mines, CSU Pueblo, Metro State, and UCCS. All of 5 of those teams are 10-6. So as far as jockeying for that number 4 and number 3 position, it's pretty open.
Yep. I mean, and they've done pretty well from themselves coming off a 2 wins over the weekend.
Yep. Just keep winning, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Maddie Gola hits her first free throw.
These are games that are so much fun to watch because you don't have to actually worry about if your team's going to win.
Yes.
I enjoy myself a little bit more.
You know, when you're a home team, when you're a real fan, that's the truth.
Yeah.
You can lie and say, oh, well, I'm unbiased. No, you're not. When you're a fan,
exactly.
Right? Nope.
I just want to see a good game.
Right. As long as we win.
Yeah, exactly.
Chadron State with the ball. 1:19 left in this game. The Mountain Lions are a happy bunch. They should be. They've earned it. Chadron State playing for pride at this point. Feed inside.
Nice.
Stuffed by Joey Sale. She said denied. Out to Talib. Bo Schaefer by herself. Sale's going to take a shot.
Here.
Off the rim. Nope.
That was a good looking shot, though.
Yep. Brooke Jamison comes down with it for Chadron State. 47 seconds and counting. Nothing Chadron State can do. Pass knocked away. Yep. Rebound, O'Flanagan. Shot clock at 28, game clock at 36. So Matt Lyons can be content. Work the ball around here. What a performance.
Yeah, this has been such an awesome game to watch and really fun just seeing how much, if you look at their first game and this game as of for the season, totally different team out here.
Well, we've talked 15.2 seconds. We've talked about basketball or any sport. You've got you got your preseason, regular season, postseason. That translates to good, better, best. Mm-hmm. You want to find out how good you are in the preseason, get better night in and night out during the season. You want to play your best ball going into the postseason. And I think right now UCCS has that look.
Yep,
if they can continue down that road.
Absolutely, that's exactly what they've done.
3 seconds, and that shot is up. And that's going to do it. This one is officially in the books. The final, UCCS wins in a big way tonight over Chadron State, 80-45, the final. George Holden, your voice for Mount Lion basketball, joined by Holly Stevenson. First game of a doubleheader here tonight as both teams come across to walk the line and shake hands. And Holly, you look at the game. We just talked about the women's standings in the RMAC just before. You look at I want to say there's 16 teams in the RMAC. That's a lot of teams. UCCS is right in the middle, just a nudge above it. They're in a position where, if you think about it, with 5 teams tied with conference records at 10-6, they control their own fate right now.
Absolutely.
Right? It's a matter of winning, and then once you win, find out who lost, who dropped. Not worry about it too much. Okay, we just moved up, but what they've got to be gunning for is at least that 4th spot.
Absolutely, yeah. No, at this point they are their own worst enemy, but they showed a great performance the last couple of nights, and really there's really nothing more to coach for them. They just need to keep playing loose and playing with confidence, and just being comfortable on the court with each other.
I would agree. 80-45 win. And last night for UCCS, this is the post game here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs at UCCS. You look at the win they had last night, 84-69 over Metro State. Got a little bit of payback from earlier in the season. Oh, yeah. It's always good to win. We've talked about that, but you especially want to win when you're at home. Mm-hmm. This is a weekend sweep for the Mountain Lions for UCCS. From here on out, they're going to go 11-6 in the RMAC, and they're going to go 12-11 on the season. It's a little bit misleading. Overall, the season they're about roughly 500, right. But it's the conference wins that count, and that's where they want to be. From here on out, next week, on Friday and Saturday, we do another doubleheader here. Friday night, Colorado State Pueblo. That's a rivalry here at 5:30. And then Saturday, New Mexico Highlands. Then they finish the season, Holly, February 22nd at South Dakota Mines and the 23rd at Black Hills State. And then Mines on March 1st. Both teams finish at Colorado School of Mines. Never an easy place to play.
No, definitely not.
Then after that, we're going to see where they're going to fall. I think right now, if you look at it, from what we've seen this team play all season, it looks like there's the men's team for Chadron warming up, out on the floor. The men's team for UCCS, they have a pretty good possibility of having a chance to finish in that top 4 and hosting a first-round playoff game.
Yeah.
The women's team does, but right now I think it could be a coin toss.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just depends. If they play like they were tonight with their passing, with their defense, total bench effort, who knows?
Exactly. If they continue to play tonight, I think they have an excellent shot at being at the very least the 4th team on that roster. But it just kind of comes down to how they play in the away games, because I think that is the hardest part. It's easy to win at home because you have some people behind you.
Yep.
But the away games are what I tend to feel are a little bit more important for the wins, because that'll carry the momentum.
I would agree. And we talked about this on camera and off when we were sitting there chatting basketball. We're talking about Abby Fikert. She's a starter. She's a sophomore. She's been a dynamite player all season long. She's a floor leader. She's injured. We know that. She's hurt that right hand. Mm-hmm. So she's done for the season. When that happens, you've got to have players actually step up. Chelsea Pearson this weekend showed that she can shoulder the load. Maddie Gabler, Emily Seifert, Jay Farron, they all were stepping up tonight.
Yeah.
So if they can continue with this sort of floor chemistry, if you will, they should. I would think they should be fine.
Yeah, they've got a good kind of spatial awareness for the entire team, both offensively and defensively, and I think that'll carry them to the playoffs.
I would say so too. Congratulations once again to the women's team, the Mountain Lions here. Their second win. They swept this weekend. They beat Metro State last night, and moments ago, monster win, 80-45. They buried it, and they took it to Chadron State. Congratulations to them. The men's teams for UCCS and Chadron State warming up on the floor. 18:36 here on the clock. About roughly 7:30, we'll have tip-off here for the men's game. This should be a fun one as well. That's going to do it for us for this first game. Take a break. We'll take a break, but come back and bring you all the second action of the men's game here tonight. Holly Stevenson, thank you again for filling in. Did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. When you come back, we'll have the men's game here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. You're watching and listening to Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Basketball, NCAA Division II, right here in the Pikes Peak region in Colorado Springs. Get a snack, but come right back. We'll see you then.